the 12th chapter, the first and the second verse. Amen. Daniel's 12, 1 and 2. All right, read for me, honey.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, who is standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
All right, now, let me say this here. During the time of this Antichrist, now what we must understand here, that not only people are going to be suffering under this Antichrist, but also they'll be suffering under the judgments of God. During this particular time, both of these spirits going to be working on this earth heavy. The spirit of Satan and the spirit of God. The spirit of Satan is going to be using the Antichrist to make it hard for the peoples, high food prices, amen, killing everywhere, crime everywhere, amen, taxes sky high, wars everywhere, people's killing one another, trying to kill themselves under this government of the Antichrist. On the other hand, they have to deal with the judgment of God. It's enough that they are suffering under the hands of the Antichrist. But also, they'll be suffering under the judgment of God at this particular time. Do you see what I'm talking about? All right, let me go into these scriptures here. First of all here, let's go to Revelation 16 and 1. Now, this temperature that we talked about Wednesday, that during the time of the Antichrist, we gave a temperature of 170 degrees, could be higher. That's judgment from God upon the world at this time. All right, you got that for me, honey? All right, read for me, honey. All right, here John, he heard a great voice out of the temple of God saying, read.
And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way and pour out the vial of the wrath of God.
Hold it. The what? The wrath of God. This is during the time of the beast, of the Antichrist, that the wrath of God will be poured out along with Satan, making it very difficult to live on this earth. God, people won't be here at this time. We're not going to agree with Satan. We don't work for the devil. Well, I'm going to speak for me. You got to speak for yourself. I don't agree with the devil in my mind. I don't agree with the devil is telling me about the church, about my pastor. I don't agree with the devil at all, baby. I'm strictly for God. That's what I'm saying. I'm strictly for the man of God. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, read for me, honey.
And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way and pour out the vial of the wrath of God upon the earth.
All right, upon who?
The earth.
All right, read.
And the first went and poured out a vial upon the earth, and there fell a Lucium and grievous sore upon men.
Hold it, this judgment here. This new disease that's going to hit man during the time of the Antichrist. The Bible only said grievous sore, but man will have a name for it. It's like they came up with a name with cancer. Ebola, Ahola, whatever you call it. Yeah, Ebola. They're going to come up with a name. But the Bible don't give names towards sickness too much. It said great sores upon man. But these ain't the sores that this is something else here, baby. All right, read.
And the first wind it poured out his bowl upon the earth, and there fell a Lucium and grievous sore upon the men, which had the mark of the beast.
Hold it. Didn't I tell you during the time of the Antichrist? Amen. The mark of the beast is during the time of the Antichrist. These folk that went for Satan, that listened to Satan, that agreed with Satan. Because I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm going to be point blank. If you agree with the devil in your mind about what he's telling you about the things of God, about the church you giving, and about the pastor, and you listen to him, you care for your word, it's just like you taking the 666. Yeah. The 666 is the name of a man. It's an idea of agreeing with Satan. You see what I'm talking about? This is why anybody that take that number, no way they can get saved. I let the devil know I show God. I'm not taking the 666 on my forehead, on my arm, and even right now, I'm not going to take the 666 in my mind. There's a lot of people, baby, they are taking the 666 in their mind. You can't see it. You see that? But they're agreeing with Satan. Read for me, honey.
And the first wind it poured out his bowl upon the earth, and there fell a Lucium and grievous sore upon the men, which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship the image.
All right, read.
And the second angel poured out his bowl upon the sea.
All right, now that's the first judgment here of them breaking out with sores. Because now their tongues in pain. Whatever these sores healed, it was a deadly disease that brought torture or pain and suffering.
Okay.
But that was the judgment of God. Antichrist had nothing to do with the sickness.
All right now. Go ahead, my teacher. Oh, my God.
Satan have nothing to do with sickness. Even when he tried to afflict Job, God had to give him permission to afflict Job. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, honey.
And the second angel poured out his bowl upon the sea, and it became as blood of dead men, and every living soul died in the sea.
All right, now, here, this is that poured his blood out upon blood in the sea, and every what?
And every living soul died in the sea.
All right, every living soul died in the sea. Do y'all know what that is? That's a war. Blood, yeah. Ships and different things, and all of this is judgment, baby. You don't want to fall under the judgment of God. You cut a deal with the devil, you would. Look, I'm going to tell y'all this here. I was reading the book of Ezekiel, like I told you earlier. God told the prophet Aholah and Aholabah, worship the idols, bow down to them, and cut a deal with the devil and departed from God. God said, I pronounce my judgment on them. All right, read for me, honey.
And the second angel poured out his bowl upon the sea, and it became as blood of dead men, and every living soul died in the sea.
All right, read.
And the third angel poured out his bowl upon the rivers and the fountains of waters, and they became blood.
All right, they became blood, and I think they said they had to drink the blood. Read.
And I heard the angel of the waters say, Thou art righteous, O Lord, which are and was and shall be, because thou hast judged thee thus.
Yeah, because God judged them. God judged them the way that they acted. They took the mark of the beast. They turned against God. So therefore God judged them with death, sickness, murder, torture, torment. They ain't went to hell yet. This is why Paul warned the church not to fall up under the hands of an angry God. You see what I'm talking about? Let me explain something, baby. I know what God can do. I know when God get angry, what he can do to one person or to a nation. I stay away from the wrath of God. You see what I'm talking about? I don't want God to deal with me in anger. I want God to deal with me in mercy and forgiveness. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, honey. Go ahead.
For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink.
Oh, you see what I'm talking about? Amen. They shed the blood of the prophets and the saints. They persecuted them, turned against them. So we're going to get them blood to drink. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, honey.
For they have shed the blood of saints and prophets, and thou hast given them blood to drink, for they are worthy. And I heard another out of the altar say, even so, Lord God Almighty, true and righteous are thy judgments.
God, what you're doing is fair. They deserve that. There's a lot of things people deserve, baby, because they should know better. There's a lot of people deserve because they was taught better, baby. I'm sure you knew better to think that. I'm sure you knew better not to say that, but you said it anyway. But you thought it anyway. You knew better. So whatever thing that God put on, baby, what did the angel say? Thy worthy God, what you're doing is right. You see what I'm talking about? I mean, if I know stealing is wrong and I go and steal anyway, something that I know that's not of God, I'm not going to allow it in my mind. I'm not going to allow it to come out of my mouth, baby. You can't be holy just with word. You got to be holy in life, spirit, lifestyle, and body, baby. You just can't be holy with words. Your lifestyle got to be holy. All right, read for me, honey. All right, thy judgment is righteous. What you did, God, was fair. You see what I'm talking about? God is a righteous judge. Amen. God is a fair judge. Sometimes we look at, well, God, why is God letting that happen? God knows why he's letting it happen to him. You don't know. You don't know what they're doing in their mind. You don't know what they're doing in dark, baby. You don't know how they're doing in secret. All right, read for me, honey. All right, this during the time of the Antichrist, when the heat of the temperature, this is another wrath from God upon this earth. This angel here poured out the wrath of God upon the earth. And God used the temperature of the sun to scorch them. Probably will God do this with his creation? He did this with his own people. He was over the ground and swallowed them up. You going to ask me that? The Bible said if God didn't spare the natural branches, take heed, he won't spare thee neither. That's what Baby, I'm giving you the straight from the Bible. I'm not going to deceive you, baby. All right, read for me, honey.
And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire.
Hold it. To scorch men with fire. That's heat. Yeah, that's at 170 degrees. Fires break out when it's 170 degrees. Houses start burning with fire. Clothes start burning up. People get scorched with the heat. This is God's doing, baby. This ain't. We through the Antichrist for right now. This is God here. This is God's judgment here. Scorching peoples with heat. Therefore, the temperature have to be right around 170 or greater. Very few people is going to be living. Read for me, honey.
And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him.
Okay, now, all four of these angels, neither one of them had a blessing, did they? All four of these angels came with what? Judgment. Why did they come with judgment? Because the whole world wanted after the beast. Therefore, God judged the whole world. I won't be here. I'm for God, baby. Always have been for God. Always will be for God. You see what I'm talking about? I don't want no part of Satan. Amen. I keep my distance from Satan. Segregation for God yesterday, Satan segregation for God today, and segregation for God tomorrow. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, honey.
And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given unto him to scorch men with fire.
So therefore, God got the power over that sun to make this temperature on the earth hot as he wanted. Who said the temperature for Venus at 500 some degrees? God done set the temperature on all these planets. Amen. Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Mars, Pluto. He set the temperature of Pluto 400 degrees below zero. That's God. And during the time of this Antichrist, he's going to set the temperature on this earth. That's what we read. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, honey. Hold it. Man was scorched with great heat. When people get real hot, they get frustrated. They got angry with God because they knew it was God pronouncing judgment, and they blasphemed at God. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, honey.
And men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of God, which has power over these plagues.
Didn't I tell y'all that God got the power over these plagues? God got the power over your soul after you die. Don't you know that? After you die, God got the power over your soul to put it in hell or put it in heaven, baby. You don't have the power for that. The little power you got now, you better use it now. The power you got now, that's the power you got to make a choice to go after God. You better use that power now. Because after you die, you're not going to have no more power, say so. You see what I'm talking about? I got the power now to be saved or to be lost.
I do that.
But when I'm dead, I ain't going to have that power.
Not at all. Not at all. I know you're right.
All right, read for me, honey.
And men were scorched with great heat
Go ahead.
And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the sea of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they could gnash their tongue for pain.
All right, that's a sickness there. They was in pain. Though you see what I'm talking about. God made our bodies to feel pain.
It's going to be a worse pain here.
You know when man first felt pain? After he sinned it.
All right, go ahead, teacher. Yeah.
Before Adam sinned it, Adam never pained it.
Go ahead now.
If man hadn't sinned it, man wouldn't even need a doctor.
No, you're right about that now. I know you're right.
Read for me, honey.
And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the sea of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain.
What verse is that, honey? Read.
And blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pain and their sore, and repented not of their deeds.
Yeah, see, a lot of the time people get in pain and they suffer so long they get angry at God. And they start blaspheming God, faulting God, talking about God. Well, my God, what is I'm doing? I do everything for the church. See, you better watch your mouth. Some of these same folk that said they for God, they can't take no suffering. And they start faulting God, baby. All right, read for me, honey.
And blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pain and their sore.
Because what they are doing here, if they start talking like that, they blaspheming God. Read.
And blasphemed the God of heaven because of their pains and their sore, and repented not of their deeds.
Go ahead.
And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the earth.
God, that's sick judgment right there. I mean, that's not including what the Antichrist is doing. These are the sick judgment of God. Why would anybody want to be here during this time? These folk that even went to hell yet. That's why I'm telling y'all it's not worth it. It's not worth to live in sin, baby. It's not worth turning away from God. It's not worth it. You don't want to see yourself living in times like this. You don't want to see your soul in hell burning, baby. Read for me, honey.
And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Everett, and the waters thereof,
Euphrates. Okay. Read.
that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Go ahead.
And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs.
Okay, hold it right there, which is demons. Okay, all right. Daniels, get me Revelation 14:9.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image.
Hold it. If any man worship Satan in his image. This is what I'm telling y'all. When you live with the devil telling you in your mind, you worshiping Satan, baby. Because if you're not worshiping Satan, why you listen to it? Why you didn't cast it down? Why are you telling folks the devil telling you in your mind? Bible said you can't serve two masters, baby. You're going to love, other you're going to despise. Read for me, evangelist.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand,
Or in his mind. Read.
the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
What? Not. He lost. Not only he going to suffer on the earth, but now he can be tormented in God's presence, in fire and brimstone. Let me explain something to you all. Let the prophet explain it. What did the Bible say? They'll be tormented in the presence of God, tormented,
With fire and brimstone.
fire and brimstone. That means that when these people die, God put their soul in hell. And God looked in hell as they are tormented, burning, hollering, and suffering. God looks at them. Let me explain something, baby. You're put here to serve God, not Satan. If you going to take the mark 6-6, not 666. Take the mark 6-6, 66 books. You see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about, baby. If you going to take the mark 6-6, which means 66 books. Don't take the mark 666. If you take the mark 6-6, that'll get you to heaven. But if you take the mark 666, that'll send you to hell, baby. Tormented in fire and brimstone in the presence of God. Look, let me explain something. Some of these folk that have backslidden from God, some of these folk have done wicked. Don't you know after they die, God put them in hell and laugh at them. They can't come back and tell you. God sit there and watch them suffer. Just like you sit and see paper burn in the fire. Or sit there and see fire burn something. God sit there and see them burn. Don't you see what I'm talking about? Amen. These people see them. This is what John saw. That these kind of people see them was tormented in the presence of God in fire and brimstone. And we're going to read further down. It was forever and ever. Don't follow Satan. He'll put you in the fire, baby. Don't follow Satan, baby. You'll follow him straight to the lake of fire. All right, read for me, co-pastor. Oh, who are you reading? Let Evangelist Daniel finish up.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice.
And the third angel followed who the rest of the angels that pronouncing the judgment. Right behind one another. These are plagues that happen right behind one another during the time of the Antichrist. All right, read for me, Evangelist.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire.
And he means that person will be what? Tormented. In what? With fire and brimstone. Don't fire torment you?
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Now we want to know how long this is going to be. How long they're going to be tormented in the presence of God with fire and brimstone. That's why, look, it don't pay to follow Satan. Adam and Eve followed Satan, got put out the garden. They died then, man still got to die today. Look how forever it is for man to die. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, Evangelist.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of his holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment.
Hold it. They'll be tormented in the presence of who?
The Lamb.
Which is Christ.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And the smoke of their torment.
And the smoke of their torment, the smoke go up forever because the fire is there forever. Smoke only stop when the fire go out. Long as the fire is forever, the smoke is going to be forever. So if the smoke of their torment go up forever, that means if you die and go to hell, you're going to burn forever. You're going to be tormented forever in fire. That's what I'm telling y'all. Even Paul warned the church himself not to follow Satan, but to serve Christ. Look, I don't care. Serving Christ costs you your life, costs you your money, so be it. I don't care if serving Christ calls you to give up the world of drugs, lust, so be it. It's worth it, baby. All right, read for me, evangelist. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. So they burned forever and ever. Because the smoke came up forever. Long as the smoke kept coming up, they was burning. Just think here. These people go in hell, never come out. There's no ending. There's no time that they'll come out. Even 5 million of years from then, they still don't come out. I was reading a pamphlet. They said even in hell, 10 million years, it ain't even a minute of earth time. So I advise y'all to stay out of hell, baby. I advise you to go with God, baby. This ain't nothing I'm saying. I done read it from the Bible. All right, read for me, evangelist.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night.
All right, well, you can see that they tormented all day. That means they have no relief from this fire. Day or night. That means they burning round the clock. They burning day and night. They have no, that means God don't let up the fire. No relief. And read that verse over again.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest.
They have no what?
Rest.
No rest from what? The torment. They have no rest from it. They have no rest from it. Stay out of hell. Because if you go to hell, this is you here. 666, and them that follow Satan, the same ones right now. Even though you don't have the 666, if your lifestyle follows Satan. All right, read.
And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Go ahead.
Here is the patience of the saints.
All right, now here's the patience of the saint. Stay out of hell. Here's the patience of the saint. Patient in going through your trials, baby. Patient in holding on, baby. Don't be quick to give up on God. That's what I'm saying. Here's the patience of the saints. I'm not going to give up, baby. I'm not going to hell. I'm not going to quit, baby. God always going to be in my life. Although God slayed me yet, I'm going to trust him. I don't care if God don't answer my prayer. I still going to serve him, baby. I don't care if they throw me in the fiery furnace and the Lord don't deliver me. I still won't serve Satan. If I pray to God and God don't answer my prayer, I still won't stop serving God. Although you slay me, God, yet I'm going to trust you. You see what I'm talking about? Although God beat the hell out of me, step in my face, spit on me, kick me, amen, I'm still going to trust him, baby. I'm like a dog at his table. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I'm like a dog eat the crumbs that fall from the master's table. I'm not going to turn away from God. All right, read for me, evangelist. Here's the patience of the saints now. Read. See what I'm talking about? Hear the patience of the saints, them that keep the commandments of God. They'll stay out of hell, baby.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will, my teacher.
You got to keep the commandments of God. You can't just preach them. You got to keep them yourself, baby. You can't tell other folk not to follow the devil, and you follow the devil in your mind. You got to get the mote out your eye. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, evangelist.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
Uh-huh.
And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Yeah, those people going to be blessed. Blessed are the ones that die in the Lord. You don't want to die in your sin. You want to die in the Lord. Yes, said the Spirit of God. They shall what? Rest. It didn't say they are tormented, did they? It didn't say they are tormented, did it? It said the saint would rest from their labor. That's what I'm talking about, baby. They'll go to heaven, baby. Listen, baby. When I die, I want to rest. When I die, I want to go into rest, not into torment. I done lived enough hell on this earth. You see what I'm talking about? I done lived life been hard on this earth itself. I don't want to die and be tormented. After I done labored on this earth, when I die and shut my eyes to this world, I want to go into rest. I'm not going to let my mind or my mouth take me from that rest. You see what I'm talking about? I don't want God to tell me, I swear in my wrath, you won't enter into my rest. I don't want God to tell me that. The Bible said, yeah, that's a rest for the peoples of God.
It is, and it is.
That's what the word says.
Yeah, that's the word, teacher, and it is.
And we labor for that rest.
Oh, yeah, yes, we do now.
That's why I'm fighting the devil, baby, for that rest. That's why I'm fighting the beast of Ephesus, baby. That's why I'm standing, baby. That's why I'm keeping the faith that I would enter into that rest, baby. I'm not going to die and go into torment.
No, not at all.
All right, read for me, evangelist. Yeah, they works would follow them. What verse is that, evangelist? 24:13. Read.
And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle.
All right. All right, co-pastor him. Go with me here to Revelation 17 and 8. This is the whole world going after the beast. Then we're going to go to St. Luke that Jesus warned to escape these days. Same one that told us to escape out of hell. Now I'm going to tell you. Now, you can either escape or you can send yourself to it. The Bible done told you how you can send yourself to hell by taking the mark of the beast, by following Satan. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm not going to follow the devil in my mind. I'm not going to follow the devil in my lifestyle, no type of way. All right, Revelation 17 and 8. All right, co-pastor.
The beast that thou sawest was.
Hold it. The beast that thou sawest was. Read.
The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition.
Oh, that's Satan. Come out of the bottomless pit. Read.
The beast that thou sawest and was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into prediction, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder. Who?
All of them that dwell on the earth that's not written in the book of life is going to follow this beast.
All right.
Is going to follow this Antichrist. Amen. A lot of them in church going to do it.
All right.
A lot of them in church doing it now.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, teacher.
Read.
Whose name was not written in the book of life.
Those people, only them that's not written in the book of life. Man's in the book. God said, I won't be loose. I know I can't follow him. That's what I'm saying, baby. I'm chosen by God. The whole world is going to go after the Antichrist. Only those names that's not written, only those names that is written in the book of life would not go after the Antichrist. All right, read for me, honey.
The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into prediction, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder.
And they that dwell on the earth, them that's living on this earth, is going to go after this beast. I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because they're going to need the 666 number to buy license plates. They're going to need 666 number to buy food. They're going to need 666 to get a job. That's why the whole world going to go after, because we're going to look at, I got to make a living. I got to live, me and my family. So I got to take this number to get this job. I got to take this number to get my license plate to have a transportation to go to work. That's why the Bible said the whole world going to feel the same way. Only them that's in the book of life ain't going to do it. They're going to die for the faith. You see what I'm talking about? If Christ died for us, we may have to die for Christ. That's what I'm saying. Christ gave up his life for us. We might have to give up our life for Christ. Kill me. Kill me. Whatever you want to do. Shoot me, electrocute me, put me on the cross, stone me, whatever. I'll be glad to get about this mess anyway. All right, read for me, honey.
The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into prediction, and they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is.
All right. Now, what did Jesus tell us about these days? Let's go to St. Luke 21:34. St. Luke 21:34. Yeah. Read.
And take heed to yourself.
Hold it. Now, this is Jesus talking here. He's teaching. He said, take heed to yourself. Watch yourself. Only you can save yourself. Don't give yourself to God and let the devil try to get you back through your mind or through your mouth or through your lifestyle. You see what I'm talking about? Because Satan still could get you back. He know it. That's why he come into your mind. That's why the devil tempt you, baby. He still could get you back. It ain't over until it's over. It ain't over until you die. Paul didn't say, I fought a good fight until he got to the deathbed. That's what I'm saying, baby. Then he said, I fought a good fight. I kept the faith. I finished my course when he got ready to die at Nero's chopping block. But right now, Satan feels though he can get you back. All right, read.
And take heed to yourself, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with subverting and drunkenness.
Hold it. Take heed, unless any time your heart be overcharged or you get tempted, overcharged with drinking, stupidity, partying, lustful things of this world. Yeah, sin and all that stuff. All right, read.
And take heed to yourself, lest at any time your heart be overcharged with subverting and drunkenness and care of this life, and so that day come upon you unaware.
See what I'm talking about? When you get carried away with this thing and you ain't thinking. And you think that every day going to be the same. And it come upon you unaware and take you by surprise. And you lost, baby. Yeah. That's why Jesus warned us to be ready. He warned you right here that you don't be overcharged, overpowered. You see what I'm talking about? Of drunkenness, satiety, and the cares of this world. While you love your money so much, you're gonna sin with your mouth because of your money. You're going to sin in your mind because of the love of money. Baby, the hell with the world and their money too. My soul is at stake. It ain't even worth it, baby. I brought nothing in this world and I'm going to carry nothing out. You see what I'm talking about? All right, read for me, honey. Hold it. It's going to come as what? As a snare. It's going to catch them by surprise. Didn't I tell y'all Wednesday night it's going to happen overnight?
You did that.
Didn't I tell y'all it's going to come as a snare?
Yeah. Yes, you did.
I mean, you something to wake up. A lot of laws changed. You something to wake up, all of a sudden, in the world got one world government.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Read.
For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always.
Hold it. Jesus warned us for us to be ready.
He did.
He warned us to watch and pray always that you may be worthy to escape all of the things that come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. That means you pass the judgment. You got to make sure you pass the judgment, baby. So with God judge, you're going to judge the secret things of you. You got to make sure you pass it all, baby. You got to make sure you pass the judgment of your mind, judgment of words, judgment of your lifestyle, the judgment of faith. Read that verse over again for me, honey. Watch ye therefore. You got to watch. Be on guard. Watch out for Satan. Watch out for your mind. Watch out the words you say. Watch out how you feel. Watch for things that's changing this world. Watch ye. That's what Jesus is saying. Read.
Watch ye therefore and pray always.
Instead of you complaining, talking about why the Lord let me suffer so much, instead of you complaining about what you give in the church, why don't you do what Jesus said, do pray always. That part you complain about, use that for prayer. That part, the time you want to complain, why don't you go in prayer instead of complaining? You'll be more safe. Jesus didn't say complain. He didn't say complain always. He said pray always. Read.
Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass.
All right. See what I'm saying? That's why we know we're not going to be here. He told you to pray always that you will be worthy to escape all of this that's coming on this earth. Because if you don't watch yourself, you can get caught down here. I won't be here, but you will be here. If you don't watch yourself. You see what I'm talking about? If you don't watch how Satan is trying to get you, you got to see which way he's trying to get you. He may not trying to get your body into bed. He may be trying to get you through your mind. He may be trying to get you through your mouth. Satan don't try to get everybody through their lifestyle. He tried to get some people through their mind. That's how he tried to get Jesus, through his mind. He didn't get Jesus with no woman. He didn't get Jesus with no alcohol. All right, read for me, honey.
Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come
All right. You want to make sure that you watch always that you'll escape these days that's coming on this earth. Number one. Number two, you want to watch always that you escape hell. Them the two things you want to make sure you escape. Because if you fall into one, chances are you're going to fall into the second one. If you get left here, you're going to hell. But before you go to hell, you're going to experience this heat. You're going to experience these sores, tortured, and something from the Antichrist. Baby, hey, bye-bye, baby, I'm gone. You can have this earth.
All that became come before hell. Yeah, all that became.
All of this that come before hell, you're going to have a chance to experience if you don't escape, if you don't pray always to escape. That's why every day I beg the grace of God. Every day ask God to forgive me. Every day I try to strive to do what's right.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, preacher. Every day. Yes, Lord.
Ain't got time to listen to the devil.
No, I don't.
For what?
No, I don't.
For him to get me in hell with him?
Go ahead, my teacher.
You think I'm going to let the devil use my money to get me to think evil about the church or think evil about the man of God? Hell with this money. Love not the world, neither the thing that's in the world.
Go ahead, my teacher.
For all that's in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life, which is not of the Father, but is of the world. The world passes away in the lust thereof, but he that will of God shall what? Abide forever. That's what the word says. Do you see what I'm talking about?
I know you're right. Go ahead, my teacher.
All right, what verse you in? All right, read that verse over again.
Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man.
All right, go with me to St. Luke 21:25.
And there shall be a sign in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
All right, that's going back with this temperature again. Jesus saying the same thing here. Sand in the sun, moon, all of this stuff is going to bring all of this heat to earth. And it can make this earth real hot. We get our temperature from the sun. Didn't y'all know that? Now, during this Antichrist, Jesus stated plainly here, is going to be distress. Did it say among nations? Distress among nations. People going to be stressed out. Every country going to be stressed out. No peace nowhere. Distress among nations. Look, you can see right there with these scriptures. This world going to be like hell living in. Then they got to die and go to hell. But you want to enjoy sin? You want to enjoy the devil's telling you? Oh, it's not worth it. All right, read for me, honey.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity to see in the ways ruled.
Perplexity means trouble. During the time of the Antichrist, going to be trouble everywhere. No peace nowhere. Nowhere going to be safe. The world, people's going to turn to demons. The whole world going to be practically demons. The devil is going to take over their minds completely then. During this time, Satan is going to take over this world. And that's going to bring the judgment of God, because the people's mind going to be so evil. And this is why God is sending the judgment during this time, because of so much wickedness in the world at this particular time. If you look in the Bible, why did God destroy the days of Noah? Because of wickedness. Why did God pronounce judgment and destroy the peoples of Sodom and Gomorrah? The Bible states plainly their wickedness went up to God. this was going to bring the judgment during the time of the Antichrist. People is going to be so wicked because Satan's going to take them completely over. You think it's bad now. We only on number 1 now. You wait till you get 9 and 10. That's what I'm talking about. You may be one of them, if you stay here, you're going to be one of them that probably try to commit suicide. To get out of this world. But if you commit suicide, you're going straight to hell. Yeah. All right, read for me, honey.
And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Men's heart failing them for fear.
And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
And looking after, see what I'm saying? People are afraid. They troubled. They worried. They perplexed. They troubled of the thing that's coming on this earth. This earth going to be real funny. They're going to be worried. Going to be in fear. They ain't going to know what done happened to this earth. I won't be here. I leave that to all of y'all that's not saved. I leave that to all of y'all that done left God. I leave that to all the sinners.
That I'm not. Go ahead.
Man, I can look at this thing and say it's going to be a mess. It ain't fit to live. This earth going to be turned into hell. Only thing of it going to be, I mean, the temperature going to be hot, but the suffering, the pain, I mean, all of this is, is the plan of God, the judgment of God. But you can see the judgment of God put on sin with Adam and Eve. You got to understand God is holy. He made us to be holy. I mean, what you're going to have to do is go after God fully. I mean, even though we make mistakes, you're going to have to strive for perfection. Keep Christ in your life. That's all I'm going to tell you, baby. That's all I can say. Don't keep listening to the devil. He know he can't go to heaven. He's trying to get you to go with him. He pulled 1/3 out of heaven. He's trying to put a whole world with him. I'm not going to follow Satan.
No, I'm not. Not at all, teacher. My God.
Read for me, honey.
Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the power of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah, that's why the earth going to be real funny. Because the powers of heaven going to be shaken. That's what's going to bring the temperature hot. The sun, the moon, the stars, those are the powers of heaven that's going to be shaken.
Go ahead, teacher.
Let me explain something to you all. When God made this earth, he made the sun too, right? We know when God made the earth from the beginning. We don't know when God made that sun. God did not make the sun the same time he made the earth. Nor Pluto, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn. We don't know how long the planet's been up there. Let me explain something to this church. God knew the whole plan of man, whole plan of salvation, everything, before he made this earth and before he put us here. God knew that Adam and Eve was going to fall. God knew he was going to send a redeemer, which is Christ. God knew that we had to make the choice to be saved or to be lost. That's why he made hell. That's why he made heaven. And this is why he made the sun. He just didn't make the sun to give us light. He made this sun to judge this earth. Read the book of Peter. Read the book of Peter, baby. He made that sun not just to give light to the earth, but he made that sun to judge the earth. Because we see through the scriptures here that God is using the sun to judge the earth. In the book of Peter, we found out that God used the universe to judge the earth Remember when Peter said, and the star fall from heaven, the earth will be burnt up? That sun is only there until God give it orders to hit this earth. That's what I'm saying, baby. The time is going to come. You see what I'm talking about? A lot of people died looking for these days to come, knowing that these days going. That's what I'm preaching. A lot of our grandparents died, didn't want to be here. They're gone now. They're glad that they're out of here. They knowing that these days was coming on this earth. Like I'm preaching to you all, you know it's coming. The same way the same way Noah knew it was going to rain. That's why he built the ark and protected him and his family for safety from the judgment of God.
Yes, Lord. Go ahead, teacher. Yes. My God.
That's what I did. That's what I did with my family. We got saved to protect ourselves from the judgment of God. That's why I got saved. That's why I gave up homongering. That's why I gave up partying. That's why I got saved. To protect myself from the judgment of God. That's why I went to my wife and I went to my children to get them into the ark. To protect them from the judgment of God that is to come. The early saints saw it. Paul and all the apostles saw it. Jesus saw it. He's saying it right here. All of these people, my mama saw it before she died, her mother, all of these old timers saw these days that I'm preaching coming on this earth. We know it's coming. I won't be here, baby.
No, I won't be. No, I won't.
This earth going to take a turn. It's not going to be the same earth you're living on now. It's going to be so evil, so wicked, so many problems, so hot. Problems everywhere. And under a wicked Antichrist. The devil will be your president or be your leader during this time. The devil not going to be my leader because I don't serve the devil. I'm going to go where Christ is at. That's the one I'm serving, baby. You see what I'm talking about? All right, wrap it up for me, honey. Men's heart what? Fell them to fear. Because they don't know what to expect. They don't know what's coming next. These things is coming one behind another. Look at them plagues in the book of Revelation. The third angel, fourth angel, the fifth angel, the sixth angel, the seventh right behind one another.
Yes, it was, teacher.
Right now, God not doing nothing now too much, is he? He's quiet, ain't he? Watch it later. This earth gonna turn. And the first one he gonna let out of the bottomless pit is Satan. And Satan gonna come on this earth and take it over with his Antichrist. Note what the Bible said, that he descended out of the bottomless pit. God gonna let him out. Only he that let it will let until he be taken out the way. That's what I'm saying, baby. I'm prepared for it. I'm saved. I'm saved from this day. I'm prepared, baby. I prepared my family. We are saved from this day, baby. Me and my family, we in the ark. We looking for the rain any minute now. All right, wrap it up for me, honey. What verse is that, honey? All right, read.
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
All right, that will be after the Antichrist. After that, after all of this mess on the earth calm, and the earth being on fire and burnt, heat, problem, Antichrist. After that, then that's when Christ come back with this saint, come back with us. You see what I'm talking about? Then we coming back to judge the world.
Yes, Lord.
Didn't Paul told the church, know ye not, ye said judge the world?
That's what he said. That's the word, teacher.
We coming back with Christ to judge the world.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Now they would see Christ coming back. That's the second comings of Christ.
Yeah.
After the Antichrist. That's the second comings of Christ.
Okay.
Read that verse and go to the other verse.
And then shall they see the Son of Man.
No, get the one before that, then go down.
Men's heart fell in them for fear.
This during the time of the Antichrist and during the time of the great tribulation period upon this earth. Men's heart fell in them for fear. All right, now after that, get the next verse. Then, this is the second coming of Christ. Now they're going to see Christ coming back in the clouds. Antichrist got to come. First is the rapture. Then the Antichrist. Then the great tribulation. Then the second coming of Christ. Then the great white throne judgment. That's when Christ becomes subject, as the Bible said. And he done did his part. He done saved all them that he have saved. He becomes subject and be back like it was in heaven with the Father. He be living with us. I done brought you the whole Bible in less than an hour. You see what I'm talking about? All right, wrap that verse up for me, honey.
Men's heart fell in them for fear, and for the looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the power of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with power and great glory.
All right, after that's when Christ's second coming come, they will see Christ coming in a cloud with great glory. But Christ is coming then at that particular time to destroy the whole world. That's when the battle of Armageddon, when they're going to get together and try to shoot and destroy these armies of this world, going to try to kill Christ on the white horse. And the Bible says going to sit out a two-edged sword out of his mouth and burn them all up. Destroy them all. And that's when John said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth where dwelleth righteousness. All right, God bless everybody. All right, W.